And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, We're back.
Yeah, we took a hiatus.
It was a straight up hiatus.
I know. I was trying to force Ben to do a podcast like every day.
I feel like maybe I've just been on a hiatus just in general.
Yeah.
Posting once a week.
He needs to come back down to reality.
Mackie asked me where the footage was.
Of what?
Our skit from Florida.
Because I watched the vlog and I was surprised that it wasn't in there.
Because everyone's used to me just being like first guy launching. But like now they're waiting 3 weeks to see their clips. You know what I mean?
But did you watch it? Oh, it's out tomorrow.
Is
right?
It's not out till Sunday.
Sunday. It was really funny.
Sunday.
I was hysterically laughing.
I edited it last night.
Okay.
Oh my god, it was so good. I'm just like, okay.
Well, they have no idea what skit we're talking about,
but
you guys will figure that out soon enough.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I'm just reading about Jerry.
All right, so we're going to dedicate this episode to the one and only
Jerry Blavitt.
Geeter with the heater.
Yeah.
The boss with the hot sauce.
Is that the other one they called him?
The Geeter with the heater was like a big deal in Atlantic City, though. He was always around these parts.
Atlantic City and Margate, that was the whole deal. Like
he was like a Philly guy, but he would always come down here.
Yeah, and like Memories, this club in Margate, it's not as popular as it used to be, but it used to be the spot to go. Like my mom went, like everybody went. And he was the DJ.
Yeah, but he DJ'd that place till it's pretty
I think he DJ'd last summer.
They only would open if he would come.
Yeah.
So they only opened like a few times this summertime.
Oh, now what are they going to do?
So the Geeter...
I heard like, what's it called? The Geeter in the Labor Day, he apparently started canceling shows because of his shoulder problem. And then he just died. So I'm guessing maybe he went to...
How old is he?
82, I think.
He's a legend.
Not that old.
Yeah. I think he went to get surgery maybe, probably, which would be my... guess.
Oh.
Maybe the surgery didn't go good.
That happens. That's why when you get to a certain age, just live your life.
Yeah,
like,
let it ride.
Do not get surgery.
But dude, if he was spinning on the ones and twos though, he needed his shoulder.
He always spins on the ones and twos.
Yeah, definitely needed his shoulder.
The Geeter with the heater is an inspiration because imagine if I could just be the novelty guy until I was 82.
Does it mean like he made a career?
Still doing appearances.
And he made a... This is so low.
Low? It's just your headphones.
But he...
Me and Mackie are all the way up there.
He made a career out of just being like local yokel.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's
did
legendary.
he go anywhere else? Like, did he ever even go to like DJ anywhere else?
I don't know.
Just like Philly and here, I think.
Yeah, like Philly and here. Like, I don't know.
New York sometimes, but he's mainly known for just around these parts.
Yeah. That's sad.
This is pretty gnarly.
It looks gnarly.
Yeah, I wish I had some milk in there.
I was watching this TikTok and they were talking. This lady was like, being nice to the Dunkin' employee, even though I know my coffee's gonna taste like mud water because it was like that color.
When they do this to you,
yeah, and you're like,
this is from Goji though. But I think I asked. She said, "Do you want sweetener?" I said, "No, the milk is fine." And I think she meant no milk. Or
she put a little bit.
She thought I meant no milk.
There's probably milk in it. It just looks gross.
So we're back. What's been up? We did it. We went down to Florida.
Well, yeah. So I have a fully Nuking podcast thing. I have recap Florida. Mackie is sponsored. Read comments, highs and lows of Florida.
Mackie, I want to hear Mackie's highs and lows.
That's what I thought we could start with.
All right, let's go.
Wait, why do I have to start?
Because you're the best. Because you're the star of the podcast. I don't know.
All right, my high, sticking my first ever bomb drop, I guess.
That was
That was a good feeling. I had no, what's it called? Like, did not think I was gonna get that at all. Like, had no faith in myself that I was gonna get that. I thought we were gonna try that a bunch of times, and I eventually be like, yeah, I'm not gonna get this.
I will say.
Did you get it the first time?
No.
Oh, it looked like you did on the vlog.
In the video, I didn't show any of the falls.
No, it just looked like you got it first try, and I was like, wow.
Here's what I'm gonna say though.
So agile.
That was a good trip. Team building.
Team building.
But sometimes I look at things because like if I wrap my head around something, I truly think like I can do most things. So like I never even thought that Mackie was questioning that. I was just like, let's go nail this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm glad that I could. I'm glad I could help you live that experience.
Overcome.
Yeah, that's sick.
Overcome that, yeah. And my low was probably when the first day we got down to what's it called? The
Melbourne?
The Melbourne house, and Hags came in all hot and heavy. And I was just laying on the couch just listening to you guys yell at each other. I was like, Jesus.
That's heavy.
That was heavy.
Yeah, I don't want to blow up his spot too much, but our tenant came in. He was burning the midnight oil. We got in late from Surf Expo. He came back. What do they call that? 2 sheets to the wind?
Yeah.
And There's some,
What is saying is that two sheets to the
two
wind?
sheets to the wind. You haven't heard that. You should know about that one.
Yeah, you never heard that. I feel like my dad says that.
No.
And yeah, I don't get in that many beefs at this point in my life, but that was
a beef.
that was heavy.
Of all beefs.
I definitely had to raise my voice, which is something I try not to do.
Yeah, that was good though. That was actually crazy.
That was a good trip.
It was a
But
good trip.
I will say, like, you guys were stunned by that, I believe, like the most of the crew that was there, and I was like, all right, it's gonna be a good trip. We got that out of the way.
Yeah, like
you know
you
what I mean?
needed it
Like
to
right
like,
off the
Because
bat.
like I know the guy, so I'm like, dude, I've never even seen him like,
Yeah, so what are you gonna do?
because these guys were like, oh my god, what's wrong with this dude?
Well, I hid myself and I locked myself in my room, so there's that.
And then Jordan's friend Amanda was there, and somehow she didn't even hear.
Yeah,
us.
she said she didn't wake up. Like that's insane.
Yeah, and I was in and out like of the room, and I was like scared, and I was like, "Oh my god, we have to block everything."
I wasn't even asleep yet. I'm pretty sure I
wasn't asleep either. Yeah,
I will say
late.
one of my one of my best claims in life is like I can do that. I think just because I grew up with two brothers and my dad, how he is, we would always argue,
and then
but
just
I
get
can
over
do
it.
that and leave it.
Yeah,
Just forget. Like I don't hold on to stuff like that.
no, that's nice.
Yep.
You put batteries in that.
It works out for you too.
Yeah, and I get over things. I'm like a type of
No, you're
I'm the
good.
type of arguer that like I can like be like yelling, and then like 5 minutes later I'm like I want to
laughing.
hang out.
You're fine.
Mackie knows that too. Like I feel like everyone that's seen me and you fight, like
I mean, what is an RV trip without Jordan having a couple blow-ups?
yeah,
you know
I
what
like
I
a
mean.
blow up though. It like keeps it spicy.
Keeps it spicy.
Yeah, like who's really want to just be happy all the time? Yeah, but Mackie never gets pissed off. Mackie gets pissed off.
I mean,
What do you do when you get mad?
me?
Because I'll just
Mackie
be like,
fights with Danny.
it's like,
If I get
Don't
mad,
you?
no, I mean,
Never?
have you ever
when
been?
we're drunk and Danny's being like annoying me?
Yeah.
I'll get like annoyed and I say something. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
Have you ever been mad at me and just not said anything?
Mad at you? I don't think I've ever been mad at you.
Ooh,
I don't
boy.
think I've ever
Really?
been mad at you. I don't think so. Like I'm thinking for what?
I don't know.
But if somebody were to piss me off or anything, I would just not talk to them. That is one thing. I like what I did
Yeah.
with Anna and what's it called in Texas. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I
Yeah, like
clock
Mackie
out.
just shuts down, which is good.
I clock out. I'm like, all right, I'm not. Yeah.
That's actually probably a better way to be.
My first line of defense is a joke that hopefully makes the person realize that they're doing something wrong. My second line of defense is, all right, dude, you have to stop doing this, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then my third line of defense is, I mean, I'll argue if I have to,
Yeah.
but I try not to.
I try to. I don't
Try
know.
not to argue.
I'm an arguer.
I'm not at all.
I think I get it from
I
my
heavily
parents.
try to avoid arguing.
That's
But I feel like you'd be good at arguing.
Me?
Yeah,
I don't want to though.
you're so opinionated. What's funny is like I try to stay away from it too, but like I don't know. Sometimes when there's a drunk guy yelling at you,
yeah, but you don't
have
argue.
to yell back sometimes, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's ever like an actual like an argument, if I spark up and I don't want to go, I'm usually just like, all right, like yeah, whatever, like I get it. Like that's what I would say. And like normally the other person would be like try to argue more, and I'd be like, nah, like you're right, go ahead, like I get it. That
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's my
I'm
character's
just, like,
flaw.
I'm just like over it.
I will like fight to the death. I will just
But-
want to win, want to win, want to
Well,
win.
I will say you only whip it out if it's really important to you. You won't just fight over anything.
No, who am I fighting with? I don't fight with random people. I fight with like you.
You fight with the people who are closest to you.
Yeah, my mom and you. I don't fight with anyone else. Nah, I
But
did
that
fight in
makes sense,
Florida.
though. You got to think, though. That makes sense because the situations with me and your mom are going to be the most important situations in your life.
Yeah, like
You know what I
if
mean?
like someone, like friendship wise, like I really don't fight with friends because it's like to me, it's like if you, I can't take anything that seriously. Just get over it, or just like let's not talk. I'm like I'm really bad with confrontation if it's not you or my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Never really fought with my dad once. I remember a fight, but that was it.
I guess
It's so
actually-
funny you fight with your parents.
The only people I actually argue with is my brother and my sister, probably.
Yeah, because like
Maybe my mom.
Yeah,
not
'cause,
my
like-
dad at all.
they're your family. Where are they going? Nowhere.
Yeah.
Like they're your family. So.
It's really hard to win an argument in my family. So,
Oh my! I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine like arguments like it would be. But
yeah.
you want to know my highs and lows?
Yes, I was going to say that.
My high.
Hey.
Okay, my low was the drive home from Florida. It was lit, and the house, but mainly the drive home from Florida. It was absolutely horrible. I don't even know how we've ever done it.
Like the weather or like?
Oh my God, it was just
Just
so
the length.
long.
Well, what happened, Maggie, was we were aiming for Lumberton. We're always aiming for Lumberton.
Lumberton's North Carolina, so it's like the top of North Carolina.
But the problem is, we took the couch. The couch was in Florida in the house. And then last day, I tried to lift it out and put it in the van. It weighs like 400 pounds.
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the pallet.
I was gonna say like you probably need help with that.
And
Yeah,
then I
like-
didn't have anyone to help me, so we were like, all right, we're leaving it. So then we didn't have the ability to sleep in the car.
yeah.
So then we're looking up dog-friendly hotels, and Jordan was having a meltdown. Dennis is hurt, kind of.
Yeah.
Still. So we ended up stopping in Savannah, which is 4.5 hours from Melbourne, but
It's far. But
it's
you
like
know how
12.5 hours from New Jersey. So we pretty much just did the Florida. We drove 5 hours, then just did another Florida drive.
yeah, like it was insane.
Because
So
like
ugh.
Melbourne's 14 hours, but then Savannah's 12.5. So there's no difference.
Yeah, there's no difference. And then dog-friendly hotels in 95. Like I was looking at Lumberton, looking up all the places like along in South Carolina, North Carolina, and like if you're a dog-friendly hotel, which makes no sense because the amount of people that probably drive 95 with their dog is a lot. They were all just like crappy, like
yeah.
like I wouldn't even put myself or Denny or him in that situation. So I was like, okay, I found this, and it ended up being so expensive. When we got to like check,
First of all,
they told me it was 175.
so I was like, all right, 175. I can live with that. It's a lot, but I can live with that.
Then it turned out to 210.
So then I got the receipt.
Yeah, it was
In my
205.
email once she bought the room, 205.
205. Then it was $45 to park, and then it was $75 just for Denny.
What?
And I was like, wait, it's a dog-friendly hotel. Like, why am I paying for the dog?
So it was 329
Yeah.
for a room that was worth like 130.
Yeah, like like, I don't know. Savannah's like cool, but not like, it's kind of
Holy-
industrial. Like,
So
weird.
then,
That's nuts.
so now from now on, I'm putting the bed back in.
Yeah.
With Dennis, we just have to sleep in the van. That's it.
yeah.
You guys should
We
just,
like sleeping in the van now.
I like sleeping in the van. I don't care.
yeah, how much does a mattress usually cost? Like a couple $100s?
Yeah.
You guys should just went to Walmart and bought a mattress. Toss in the back.
I know.
Smart.
That was smart. We
But-
should have, like, when we were driving, it would have
We
made
had
sense.
everything in the back, like like
So
spread
yeah, you
out.
probably couldn't have put a mattress in.
Well, we could have, because we would have just moved this. We could have. That's
It was
actually
like a
smart, Maggie.
comfort thing, though. Kind of like we were like, all right, well, screw it. We're already this deep. Like, let's just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it made yesterday or 2 days ago. I was a zombie yesterday. Couldn't even like really hold a conversation. And then today I'm feeling like myself, so that was good. But my high of Florida is probably surfing and being with Denny. Two highs.
Okay.
Spending
highs.
spending time with
You
Denny.
got some good waves.
And surfing because I feel like it was fun. They always feel bigger than they are after I look at the footage. I'm like, okay, these are like ankle high waves, but it was fun and I enjoyed it. So
Well, you're getting better too. So it gets more and more fun as you get better.
yeah, I really like my board too.
Now, when I send you in, like you're ready. You know what to do.
Well, I noticed my pop-ups, like from the little clips that you edited yesterday, my pop-ups are actually like I'm still on my knees, but I'm on my knees for like 1 second compared
Yeah.
to like 3 to 5, 10 seconds that I would just be on my knees and then I'd get up. Like
Yeah.
I was actually shocked. So yeah,
What about your low?
my low was the drive.
Oh, you said that. You
Yeah.
said that. My dream for you is to give you a step off into like a 10-footer. I was just telling Mackie, if we had the ski down in Melbourne, those waves,
That would be sick.
you guys all could have done the biggest step off of your life.
But I had to be all the way in the back.
There was
right?
like 12-footers out the back that the last 2 days, dude, there was bombs out the back.
Yeah.
Like if you got one and bottom turned, it would have been like 2 times over your head plus.
That's sick.
Like, dude, it would be, plus like they're so mushy, so there's no like,
It's easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So next time I'm bringing it just in case.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you gonna go down there again this winter at all or no?
Doubtful.
That was it.
Doubtful.
That was a lot.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
So in general, like it's a lot because it takes a lot to get the house up to like, you know, a comfortability level, and that was like took probably like 6 days, and then once we started getting into it, then it's like I don't know, the novelty of it kind of wears off because it's not comfort.
Well, it's also like we're at the point in our lives where like I have to work.
Yeah.
Like I have to do what I'm doing because this is my time to do it.
Yeah.
Like if maybe in 10 years,
Yeah.
Florida's probably going to just be like, oh, we're cruising. We're just hanging
why
out.
not?
It's good times. But now when like I'm kind of in my prime and I have to be on top of my career, I think you can't spend too much time down there.
Well, and there was and like even like there was so much to do at home, like, and
Yeah.
I felt like I was like I just need to get home, so Probably not going again.
And I've been claiming that I'm going to surf every country. I haven't surfed one.
Yeah, very true.
You did.
That's why you went to Canada.
You did 2 last summer. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
Like,
It's
you have
just
to
like
give your-
I put so much pressure on
But
myself.
you have to give yourself credit. First off, people are just going to the same places that they go every year. No one's doing something different. So the fact that you're going to, you went to England and surfed. You went to Nicaragua and surfed. I don't know if you went to any other countries last year, but
Yeah, was that your first time ever in Nicaragua?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
so
know.
like you're doing all these things. That's crazy. And now you're about to go to another country. So
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. Give yourself credit.
Oh, Canada.
Oh gosh. Okay. So what was your highs and lows?
My highs, probably catching waves on the outer bar.
Cool.
My low is when Denny got hurt.
Ugh, forgot about
That was actually like the worst 2 days of my life.
That's terrible.
Me and Ben were hysterically crying. I don't think we talked about it. We didn't even show it in the vlog. So
Make
this
a-
could be an exclusive for the pod.
To make a long story short, we went out to breakfast, came back. Dennis gets all stoked when we come in. He jumps up on us, jumps up. Now, from my understanding, it seems like he jumped up. I was running into the house because I run and I go, Denny, Denny, get all stoked. He was jumping up and he jumped and pressed off of me and flipped upside down, like did like a spin this way and ended up landing like right here
That's what he did.
on his shoulder and his neck. And somehow I heard his tail hit either the door or the table. So that means he was completely inverted.
Yeah.
He landed. Jordan was like, Dennis. And then he did a bunch of circles real quick. And I was like, he's fine, he's fine, he's fine. And then the limping started.
And the crying started.
Like dropping down every time he walked. And then we were like, dude, is this a joke? And then he curls up. He turns into like a little mole rat and like curls up. And like you can tell he's hurt. And he was just shaking
Yeah.
and crying. The cries were too intense.
They were so intense. So we took him right to the emergency vet after like 30 minutes of him. We thought like maybe he could start walking again, but he wasn't. He was limping. He was crying. Took him. He was hysterically crying when I like grabbed him a wrong way, and then but the doctor said nothing was
That was
really
brutal.
really wrong. He just sprained his shoulders, which he might always sprain his shoulders because how messed up his leggies are.
So pretty much what the vet said, yeah, his legs are too short for his body. So and he's really active. So he did a what they call it, range of motion test,
of
and they pushed his legs back.
Oh my god! You should.
And he said when he got to a certain point, he just squealed, and we could hear him from the other
he
room.
was like, "Wah!" And he was like,
Oof.
like it was so sad.
It was rough. And then so he has like predisposition. His shoulders are bad already.
No.
And now I'm noticing that a lot of the stuff that he does, he is in a little bit of pain. Like I didn't pick up on that before because I just thought he was fine. So, you know, he was limping. He had a couple crying sessions. On the way to Starbucks the next morning, he somehow put himself in a position where he was in pain and he laid his body against me and he was just crying. And like, dude, it was horrible. Like, it's the worst.
That's sad.
So then he bounced back really quick. But it was 2 days of super intense, like my heart was in my throat. And then by the third day, he kind of like went for a walk and he was kind of like bouncing.
And we gave him drugs.
And we were so happy. Yeah, he was on gabapentin.
He was on
and
drugs.
Non-steroidal
And he was, like,
anti-inflammatories.
High as a kite. Like that was really sad, but he's doing so much better. He's happy to be home. That was another reason why we wanted to get home from Florida. It was just like get Denny home to his comfortable couch, and he's just living his best life.
Well, Mackie, once you guys left, then my parents left, then Dennis got hurt.
It was like
It
get
was
the
like
heck out of here.
depression session. Dude, like, it's, you ever notice at the end of a trip, like, it gets kind of depressing?
Oh yeah.
It's, like, really weird.
Yes.
But, like, that happened, and I was like, well, there's ways for the next 3 days. We have to fight through this. Like,
Well, and it was hard because it's like, yeah, the house, again, it's like, maybe if the house was this like cozy little like thing and we could feel comfortable, but it's like no one was there. We were sleeping in where his parents were sleeping because Denny
Oh,
like
really?
couldn't get up on the bed.
yeah.
So then that was even creepier. I was like, I gotta go.
Dude, but for real, though, like,
was
if
fun with you
that
guys there.
swell came when they were there,
That would
though,
have been so fun.
that would have been the best week
I
ever.
wish it did. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I really wish it did.
But it was cool, and hopefully next time we go to Florida, whenever that is, we go to like we do some more exploring because I've been wanting to explore Florida, and I feel like there's so many cool places. So maybe next.
Like,
time.
I had all these grand ideas before we went down, and then, you know, I don't know, you get there, and it's just like, whatever.
Well, there's a lot of work to do.
It kind of became a vacation at the end, though, but Dennis was hurt.
Yeah.
But, like, there was, like, pumping waves all day, every day for 4 days, and we were kind of in the relatively nice house that we had set up.
Yeah, well, I didn't leave the house that one day.
And you just had Uncle Tony filming
Yeah, because
One
I
day
couldn't
he filmed.
leave.
one day.
UTI.
That's
Isn't
so
that funny?
Yeah, that's so funny.
How was that drive to the airport?
Uh, It wasn't the worst.
Wait, Maggie, tell us about the flight home. We need to know.
I just I blew it. I was the last one to go on the plane. Like, made sure I was the very last one on board, and I guess they overbooked it, so I couldn't go on. And they gave me a free ticket for the next morning, but also the hotel was booked too.
Oh.
And there was maybe like 500 people sleeping in the airport. It was gnarly. I could hardly sleep at all. I almost watched the fight break out right in front of me.
Do you have any pictures of it?
I actually didn't really take any.
Talk about a depressing end to the trip.
I know.
I was thinking about saying that was my low, but I figured I wouldn't include it because it was me leaving. But what's it called? There's a point where there's this African American dude sleeping on the couch in front of me, and there's this Indian guy just on his phone next to him. When the guy starts snoring mad loudly, the Indian guy takes off his shoe and just smacks the ground super loud in front of the African American dude. Dude, this guy like wakes up, like looks at the Indian guy, starts yelling at him, like saying like, "That's so disrespectful! Like, how the f are you gonna do that?" Indian guy just puts his shoe back on and just looks at his phone, never even makes eye contact with the dude, doesn't say one word. Dude just yells at him for like a couple more minutes and walks away. I was just like, I should have filmed it, but it was like 2:30 in the morning. I was watching, I was like, this is wild.
Heavy claims, dude. That's so gnarly.
Were you ever able to sleep?
I tried to sleep, but I just also felt sketchy because there were so many people.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
When I went to sleep, I like wrapped my bag like around my leg and like I put it on my like chest and like I like held it and I was just like I tried to like put my beanie down and I was like this is terrible.
That's wild.
But I didn't think you could sleep in the airport.
You can.
Well, I have kicked out.
Also I have this one funny.
A lot of airports will kick you out if they're normal, but the problem was they had the FAA flight grounding scenario when the computers went down. And then they left a day after that. So they had all that backup and everyone trying to get on the flights.
So it probably didn't matter.
The problem is you had to go up to the kiosk when you got to your gate and get them to print you a new boarding pass with your seat on it.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have a seat, I bet.
I blew it.
Well, that was the thing. We were thinking, like, if you bought your seat.
When I got through, because I had to sleep before security. When I got through and got to my gate at like 3 in the morning, look at this guy. And then there was another guy just right over there.
Let me see.
Wow, they're just all sleeping.
At the gate. It was just two guys.
He really just didn't even. That one guy in the white shirt was just
face down on the
he's
ground.
Gnarly. I don't even sleep that comfortably in my own bed.
No.
There was some guy, a video of some guy in the airport floor, face down,
sleeping,
knocked out.
Dude,
I mean,
this is why though I've gotten to the point where I'm United for life.
Yeah.
And then like I'll pay more to fly United, and then secondary Delta, then I'll go American if I have to, and then budget airlines if there's no other option. Like I flew Frontier
Never Spirit.
from Colorado to Minneapolis. I would rather fly out of Philly, United into Orlando than deal with that.
Well, I don't like Spirit. I think it's a horrible airline. But I mean, it's easy because there is one in Atlantic City and it just goes back and forth to Florida. Like if you have to take it, you have to take it. But like, I just feel like every airline gets screwed up. But if you build enough points with an airline, they don't with you.
Well, yeah, because
You know
like
what I mean?
I booked the Canada flight with Delta points. We have our seats. We have free bags. We have priority boarding.
Yeah.
Like
Free bags? That's nice.
If you have the credit card, dude, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
$250 a year to get treated like a god. It's worth it.
It is worth
Completely
it.
worth
And
it.
they upgrade your seat. So
Remember
like
we had Sky Priority?
yeah.
When we flew to England, we got to go in the lounge, eat continental breakfast, coffee.
how they get
On the plane?
Yeah.
No,
well,
before.
They gave us about like 4 meals that plane.
Like
That
we
was
didn't have to wait at the gate. Then we got on the plane and we were in beds.
Okay, that's nice, yeah.
Dude.
Wait, I was looking at how much an Emirates lay flat is
Yeah.
to Dubai.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? What I was
Yeah, I heard you.
$20,000.
22, I thought.
21.
What?
Yeah, 20. So if you want to fly Emirates, you want to fly business class, which is like the lay flats, you get all the bells and whistles. Yeah, $20,000 one way. $20,000.
One way.
Imagine being like, I mean, to me, I guess you'd have to be like have to have $100 to $200 million just like easy. Like, because a millionaire couldn't do that.
It's not.
Someone with 10
Like
million.
that's still a lot of that's a chunk of money to a millionaire.
That's what I'm saying. Like a millionaire
'Cause
couldn't even
that's
do
like
that.
that's probably like me buying like a $2,500 flight.
Yeah.
I could do it, but I'd be like,
Do I want to do
I'd
it?
be like, why would I do that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But so like a millionaire couldn't do $20,000.
No, not really.
I don't think.
Like they would be like pissed.
It matters how many millions this person has.
No, I'm
Well,
saying
she's saying
100
like
million.
1 million.
1 million, 2
If you
million.
have 1 million, yeah.
If you have a couple $1 million,
like,
you're not doing
if
that.
you're like just a millionaire,
Yeah.
like just a millionaire,
Yeah.
you're not.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that that's how expensive? Like
But I
that's
feel
how
like
rich you have to be to fly that.
Even someone with like $8 million probably wouldn't buy a $20,000.
That's what I'm saying, probably wouldn't.
Because like, why would you?
Yeah, because $8 million can go to freaking zero real quick.
Well,
Where
and
$100
it's
million
like,
not going to zero.
If you have $8 million, it's not like you make $8 million a year.
I was about to say, if you have 8 million and you have at least a good income, I'd do that.
Yeah, you would. You definitely would.
Just
Like
so-
if I'm making at least like a $500,000 a year.
Listen,
I know what
$8
you mean.
million.
listen,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
But you're telling me you'd never drive a nice car, but you would buy a $22,000 plane ticket.
Wait, why wouldn't you drive a nice car?
No, I mean, I would like a nice like. I mean, I did say that, like, what's it called? I don't want something like too like fancy.
Oh, just
Is
like a.
mine too fancy though?
No, yours isn't.
Mine's just
no.
just nice, right?
Yeah.
I know what you mean though, because there's levels. Like I don't really
mean,
love a fancy
With,
fancy
like,
car.
My brother like says like he wants like a Maserati. And
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
no, I'm not
that's-
into
That's
that.
not what I am. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm into. Ew.
I'll get like a really nice caddy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like that kind of
I mean-
car.
It's gonna be expensive.
You get caddies
Those
around more
things
than
ain't
anything.
cheap.
But I'm not into like Lamborghinis. Like I think
Yeah.
the nicest type of car that I really would do, I would do a G-Wagon or I do like a I do like the Porsche.
You guys
Like,
love the SUVs.
Yeah, I like the Porsche
Yeah,
SUV.
it just makes the most sense.
Well, because I had a car my whole life. I only had cars. And then at a certain point, I was like, oh my God, I have no room. Like, I felt everything was always tiny. And now I have like a space in my car. So that's what I needed.
My car's still too small. If that was my only vehicle, it'd be too small.
I mean, the caddy was
Well, because,
spacious.
yeah, that's a big car. That's
Caddy
like a
was
boat.
spacious.
My first thought when I look at a car though is, can I fit an 8-footer in it?
I could fit an 8-footer in the caddy.
Good.
Yeah.
Through the trunk, through the seats.
No, because the seats don't even go down. I would put the front seat, the passenger seat, all the way laid back, and I'd have to like maneuver it in right. I used to do it all the time though.
Yeah, I think I remember.
8-footer is like the most I could do though.
Yeah.
You?
I mean, if you base your car on can it carry a 9, you're just going, you're taking it too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
'Cause
you need a truck. Like, for in reality, like a flatbed truck just to throw things in there would make the most sense. But you don't even like trucks. So.
if you want, we could trade in the Audi and I could get a truck and then you could drive the Defender.
Bob,
Truck?
you don't need another car. I like my car.
I can't see you driving a truck on.
That's what I'm saying. I can't see him in a truck.
Why?
I don't know. I just can't see it.
Why?
I don't know. It's just tough to picture.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see you in a big Denali.
I can't.
Like
Yeah,
like
dude.
Jamie's cruising down freaking Ventnor Ave in a big
Just
truck.
like Mackey's license plate says legalize it. Just a big.
No one here needs trucks though.
You just told me I need a truck.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like it's funny that these people have these massive trucks. Like maybe if you live like over the bridge and you're like in the woods, but like over here, I don't know. It just looks crazy.
I would probably go Toyota Tundra.
Tundra.
Definitely not the Taco.
No.
Taco's a nice truck, but
Tahoe.
Taco,
Taco.
the Toyota Tacoma.
Oh.
It's the most popular truck in surfing.
Because it's so small.
Everyone who surfs has a Taco.
Yeah. That's funny.
I don't know.
As soon as we start podcasting, I get this thing in my throat.
So annoying.
I don't have it all day until we podcast.
Oh my God.
It's just your nerves.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
so
I'm nervous. All right, so I'm going to Canada tomorrow, Vancouver Island. Leave at 6 a.m. from Newark.
Where does it say that?
Then going to Canada.
Oh, okay.
I will talk about this yesterday. I was looking at flights. It's been so long since I booked flights, so I was really nervous. It's like a weird thing that I have. Like, I get scared, like, to travel.
Yeah.
And people probably think I don't because I travel all the time. Especially after 2 months of not really traveling, I was nervous. And I kept refreshing and deleting all my flights and then starting over. And I was like, Jordan, look at this. Should I do that? Should I do this? And eventually she was just like, dude, book the flight. I'm overhearing about it.
Yeah, I'm more like just book it. You're going, so.
That's hilarious.
Then I was about to click pay, and I was like, Jordan, I've been looking at flights for February 4th all day.
That's what Google does to you, right? It was
Like,
Google that did
So
it.
then I rewound. I went from
Oh, you didn't even
$300.
have the right date in?
I went from a $300 round trip, took it back to the 21st, and it was $2,400. So then I had to really start going. But this kind of, I get into this, like I get stoked. So then I finally found flights that were $1,200 one way for me and JT, and then $1,100 for the way back. And then I applied some Delta points, booked them one way, and I ended up getting a round trip for both of us for $600.
Cool.
There you go.
Proud of myself.
Yeah.
That was exciting. I
Jordan
mean,
doesn't care about it.
no, I was just thinking about getting my nails done.
Well, because like when are we using those Delta points? Like we don't fly Delta.
Can't fly Delta. It doesn't like. There's nowhere to fly. Really. I don't even. How are you flying it? Newark?
Newark to Minneapolis.
That's so crazy.
Minneapolis to Vancouver, and then we have to get a ferry and go to Vancouver Island.
Delta has weird flights, so it's like not really for us.
Big ferry guy.
Yeah, not really. Are they gonna have a wave off the ferry?
I didn't even think of it.
You can't do it anyways.
No.
Yeah, because you'll be on the ferry.
You'll be on it, but at least we'll see it if there is.
So
what if you're on the ferry and you just see like a crew just ripping this ferry?
That'd be sick.
You just-
That'd be sick. And the waves are going to be 13 feet at 17 seconds while we're there.
Cool.
Wow.
So what's that really mean, though?
I don't know.
Is this lake surfing or is this ocean surfing?
It's Pacific Ocean.
Okay. Wait, Pacific Ocean.
So it's
Because he's going to the West
like
Coast.
it's above it's above Oregon.
This is gonna be massive.
It's
Probably.
above Oregon and Washington. Yeah. Apparently it's going to be big.
This is so weird.
Isn't it weird that like we have Washington and then Canada and then Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we can fly over Canada to Alaska and we don't have to show a passport.
Yeah. Sure.
What islands like there's weird
Oh my God. We always go back to geography.
there's weird
all we ever
islands that
do.
the United States owns like
I feel like they
They
feel
own
you
that
got
one
islands
place.
everywhere.
They own that one island that everyone in Hawaii always goes to. Like they travel back and forth from it. What is it called?
I want to say Grenada but it's
No, that's here on the
Yeah.
West Coast. They always, when you're at the airport, that's always a flight that people are taking. What the frick island?
I have
Is it?
no idea.
Is it the military island?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Isn't it funny though cuz you could technically probably fly to like Hawaii is pretty similar. Hawaii's really far away. It's like 4,000 miles away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we fly to Hawaii and never have to show a passport. But if you flew to England, which is closer than Hawaii,
Yeah,
you have to show a passport.
If you drive to Canada, you have to show.
Yeah, that's weird. It's wild.
It is.
I mean, passports are weird in general because it's like
different country, dude.
a different country. Yeah, you have to show your like citizenship.
Yeah,
But like that's so crazy.
it's gonna be a good journey. I had a big call this morning, man.
I'm mad though because I wanted to go to Canada, but I want to go to the Quebec side. So
It's fine. We can do that.
I feel like we should do that.
I had a little
What?
meeting. I have a meeting within the month about 7 seasons, 7 days.
What was it?
Heavy. No, I just talked a little bit about it, but
Okay.
I got to go and have a real meeting in New York.
In New York.
In New York,
That's heavy.
you didn't tell me that.
Heavy.
What are you gonna do
Waiting
there?
for the podcast to drop.
Snapping necks and cashing checks.
What is Mackie gonna come?
What?
Maybe.
Like Mackie can be.
I mean, he will be there.
You gonna dress up?
Nah.
You should go.
Yes.
You should go in your what's it called? The jacket you wore when you went.
Is he reusing it? One more notch off the money.
Nah, what?
So, yeah. Well, I was
Why do you
thinking
have to go to New York?
I don't know.
Oh my
I just do what they say. I don't question it.
This is wild. Wow. So that's a big deal. You're going to have to do like a PowerPoint presentation?
No, they do that.
So you're just
I
there.
just sit there.
Interesting.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty heavy.
That is
It's gonna be
heavy.
heavy, Mackie.
Oh, I have
So-
some comments to read.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
they're
get into
just-
it.
They're just positive comments that I thought were nice.
We need some positivity after that drive.
Oh, what's our subscriber count looking like?
Bad, dude.
We haven't posted.
Bad.
Nah, I don't know.
Well, Daniel Schumann or something. Jordan is really getting good at this. Thank you.
You love that comment.
Then Mackie's like, I got some comments too, and it's all good comments about him.
Yeah. Deborah, no, this is from the podcast we did, just me and you. I think the reason, Deborah Crowell, I don't know.
Well, my
Crowell?
teacher's name was Crow, and
Oh, maybe it's in person. I think the
Well, that was
reason
a
I
guy.
started to follow you guys was that you are what you present to the YouTube world. It's very obvious. It's a good thing. I feel like that was.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then
What's funny is like I get that a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I think we get that a lot in general.
Yeah.
And I always am like, because I'll just be like, say we're surfing with that kid Noah,
Mm-hmm.
and his dad will be like, "This is so cool. Like, thank you for surfing with my son. Like, you guys are so real. It's awesome."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or like the lady at Surf Expo that was like welling up. She was like, "You guys are so real.
I
and
know.
You're so nice."
Some people definitely in every industry could be probably dicks.
No, totally.
You know what I mean? And people are always like, oh, we didn't know what to expect when we met you, when we meet you. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah, my thing is I forget that any of this is even going on. I'm just like, It's normal
too.
life. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
You're
can't.
just living in the moment.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, I don't know. Most people most people we do meet are so respectful. Like you can't ever like they're just normal people. Like everyone's just cool. So Mackie had a few fans.
Yeah, when I left.
Yep.
Yeah, that
They
guy
always
was
come out when you leave.
stoked on you.
Yeah.
He wanted to meet you, Mackie.
Yeah, maybe like when I'm there, they're just too nervous to actually say something.
Yeah.
And then when I go there,
I would be nervous too.
And then this one was Harold B. I admire your working relationship. I am so lucky to work with my better half, and there's nothing I'd rather do. Many blessings to you both and Dennis. And everyone keeps spelling Denise, which is very funny.
You're
Denise with
Yeah, I don't
an E
know.
at the end.
Oh wait, can we just talk about how everyone thinks my name is Jen?
Jen?
Okay, Alex Ifilivo called me Jen.
Travis.
Travis Beckman the other day goes, "Yeah, Jen," and I'm like, "Did you just call me Jen?" And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, "That's not my name. My name is Jordan." So, and I've seen many
Jordan,
comments.
I didn't want to tell you, but one of the presents we got recently says
Jen.
Ben and Jen on it. It's in here somewhere.
What?
I think it's. What was it?
Jen Verney. Well,
Does it say that?
no, I don't know where it is.
Wait, okay, guys.
Just,
No, that one. That one says Jen.
yeah.
Oh
wow.
my god! And this guy DM'd me to get the address.
Ben and Jen.
Wait, okay, guys. This is a public service announcement. My name is Jordan.
Might be Jen.
It is not Jen. I don't know where
Jordan.
the amount of people that call me Jen. We stayed with a family that once called me Jen for like 2 visits, and I was like living with them. And they would call me Jen, and I was like, okay, well, my name is
And
Jordan.
then Jordan's like, Ben, just keep saying my name.
Yeah.
And then I get nervous. I'm like,
He's like, Jen.
Ben.
But my name is Jordan, everyone. This is weird. This is really weird. Is it because my name is Jay Verney and no one thinks
I think it's Ben and Jen.
That
would be
even weirder.
That's so weird.
And then I think, Jay Verney.
Yeah, but
and then
if-
they're just like, what's her name again? Ben? Jen? Yeah, Jen.
Yeah, but if we were Ben
Right.
and Jen, wouldn't we? That would be a thing.
It would.
It was Ben and
Like
Jen.
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, like if we could have a podcast ourselves and be like the Ben and
So
Jen.
Mackie has to date a girl named Jackie.
Yeah, like that would be a good. But people would say that.
Wait, is there like how about Zane? Zane and
Zane and
Brain.
I don't know. Zane would be very difficult to find a girl.
Lorraine.
Lorraine, there you go. That's like an old lady's
I was gonna
name.
say that'd be like a 50-year-old mom.
Well,
But yes, my name is.
don't get me started, brother.
I'm so sad. Why does everyone think my name's Jen?
Is a 50-year-old mom so out of the question?
No, not really.
All right, PSA. Her name's Jen. I mean,
No.
Jordan.
Sorry, I just yelled.
Sorry.
I am Jordan. This is Mackie, aka Zane, aka Mackie Films, and this is Ben.
The name's Mackie. Mackie Films.
Yeah,
I'm known around the world.
that was the best thing ever. So going into our next segue is Mackie is now sponsored.
Good
Wait,
job,
what sponsors
Mackie.
were you talking about here?
Oceanside Liquor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or
of
Country
course.
Club Surf
Country
Club.
Club. I got 2 sponsors in one trip.
I was thinking, is Catch Surf mad that they didn't sign Mackie before?
Honestly, they should be mad that they didn't sign my whole crew.
I know, like, because now, are you going to get a box?
From what?
100%. Lyndon told him to hit him up.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Lyndon will.
Lyndon's the man. He used to
They-
work for Outer Known.
They offered me. They told me that they're doing a team trip to Waco in May, and said if I want to come, I could.
Wait. What?
What, dude?
I'm seriously considering.
I didn't get invited.
I'd have to actually buy my ticket. I'm sure about. I'd have to.
But you'd go free to the wave pool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mackie.
That's rad.
Wait, you're like, who else is on the team?
And you know what's funny? Jordan,
your teammates
Jordan,
should be
you know
able
what
to come?
happens though with
I
this
gotta
kind of
look it
stuff?
up.
What happens is he goes there and he's wearing the gear, and then there are photographers there, and then he's shooting pictures of Mackie hanging around the pool. Then the next thing you know, the guy's in ads, freaking windows, billboards in the lookbook.
No, I know. It's
Like it happens so fast.
I was mainly thinking I need redemption at the Waco wave pool too, because the only time I ever surfed there was against what's his name?
Eric Costin
and,
and
yeah,
Bucky Lassick.
And Bucky Lassick, and I did terrible, dude. I couldn't stand up on a wave.
Not like a Bucky.
But, yeah,
So,
well, Bucky still beat me.
dude, you were thinking so cocky.
I know.
The thing about wave pools,
Well, I got the beater. I got the beater.
I would have just taken it.
That's the only time I ever surfed that wave pool was on the beater.
People don't realize wave pools. You have to paddle so hard to catch it.
Yeah, I
Like
didn't
it's
realize,
not
like-
just like
I
la
didn't
la
really-
la.
I did not realize that at all.
Dude,
I mean, yeah, sorry. go.
it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The Country Club
Surf. Club.
Surf Club is a little bit of a knockoff of Catch Surf,
Really?
right? Like I would assume. That's why I thought they'd be a little mad.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, guys, but I'm just.
So what am I just like?
Chopped liver. 2 sheets to the wind.
I mean, it is just because it's a little bit like the same type of like when they did a world bodyboard.
WSBO.
Yeah. But I'm very proud of Mackie. I'm very happy for Mackie because that's awesome.
Yeah, but if you didn't get signed to the number 1,
Yeah, you might as well.
why not do the number 7?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm. That's so funny that they were so stoked in the video.
Yeah, so stoked.
So you got 2 sponsorships in Florida, not just one.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
And you got a massive one. I mean, you got invited to a surf trip, man.
So heavy.
So then, okay, but tell us about your second.
The liquor store.
Yeah.
That video is. I'm pretty sure to be pretty epic.
That video is.
You guys are gonna have to wait to see the video,
Yeah.
but I walked into the liquor store with a picture of me surfing, and just with the most confidence in the world, laid down what I wanted and got what I wanted.
That was heavy.
It was so funny. Wait, we
I
should
hope
do.
that's hanging up.
Should we prank phone call them?
No.
We heard that Mackie is.
That you guys are sponsoring Mackie Film.
Yeah, and we
have
just
no
want to see if you guys. We just want to see if you guys are like doing any meet and greets.
Imagine. We should set it up next
I
time.
know, like this is
I
the
never
thing.
even gave them my
Like
phone
a
number.
signing at
Next time we're
Oceanside
there.
Liquor.
We could just. This is how you prank them next. We just put up a table
Outside.
as soon as we get
start signing.
and start signing and like have people show up.
We'll just have people show up. Because we could plan at least 20 people.
100%.
And we'll just have a line.
Uncle Tony could literally get so many people to come.
That is sick.
We should have did that. That was
We
actually
should have.
We'll do it next time.
Yeah, we'll do it
Say a
next
word,
time.
yeah.
Because your sponsorship has to grow over time. You know what I mean?
I'm
very true.
dead. That was so
I hope
funny.
it'd be the same guy next year.
He was a legend in the video.
Yeah, he was.
The guy was freaking
How
dying.
about the guy in line too?
Oh my god! And Ben like made it like so funny how he edited it.
I'll show Mackie after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But yeah, that's like impressive. That Mackie got 2. Did I get any sponsors this trip?
You lost sponsors.
I know. I've been losing.
Anything.
Well, I got
Glue.
no. I got sponsored by Sunbum, aka just got a cooler and a couple things. I got
That's pretty
sponsored
good.
by a beach pillow company.
But the difference is
And
like,
SandCloud sponsored
the
me.
difference is you get the merch, but like they said, you're on the team.
Yeah, like I want to be on the
You know what I
team.
mean?
Yeah, like an ongoing
Is that
support.
sexism in the surf industry? Like they don't sign women, but Mackie can just show up on a Tuesday and get signed to these companies.
Maybe there's definitely sexism in the workforce in the surf
It might
industry.
be. Yeah, it might be that.
But you know, as long as our team is winning, we're all winning. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mackie's winning, we're winning.
JT should have got sponsored.
He got posted on Wayband.
Yeah, he did. I
He
saw that.
did.
Commented, print it.
Yeah, I got confident in Legendary.
Well, to get sponsored, you have to have a resume. So he has to print that out
Yeah.
and sign it if he's
The
gonna.
whole squad's been blowing up on Wave Bandit.
That's
It's nice.
bad for my career.
No, it's good for your career because like what else do they have, really?
the team's taking over Wave Bandit.
Yeah, like we're taking
I
over.
mean, technically, like
We already took over.
technically, you guys are like Team Wave Bandit because like Wave Bandit only has me and Tina, and they give me the product and the extra boards like when there's extra stuff.
Yeah, it's like us.
and
yeah.
I spread it out. So like
My
I'm
question,
kind of like a funnel for
Who
Team
else is
Wave Bandit.
sponsored by Wave Bandit?
That's it.
no one.
Literally nobody else.
Nobody.
It's us.
That's it.
My question is like why like they never even made a Wave Bandit t-shirt, which they should have done. Like what would be so hard if we all had Wave Bandit t-shirts? Like come on guys.
I don't know.
Like Wave Bandit on a t-shirt. It's not hard. Like it's the easiest thing you could possibly do.
Wait, isn't there? I thought there was a Wave Bandit T-shirt.
No, not that we've ever had.
Just Ben Gravy.
Yeah, so which is fine, but you know, Wave Bandit wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that brings us to the most embarrassing social media post.
No. I just have that up there from Mike. I didn't come up with one or
Let's
anything.
talk about it.
Didn't we talk about this last time or
I
no?
got some gold.
It wasn't like
Because when I first had Instagram, I used to
stuff
post.
you've done.
When I first had Instagram, I used to post surf photos because
Mm-hmm.
there's no videos with song lyrics.
Sick. Song lyrics might be the most
So-
embarrassing thing you could ever do.
Talk to me.
Yeah, but people are still doing
Top
that.
it.
What's
so we're
more
saying
Top
your
it.
tops your most embarrassing post ever.
Yeah,
like, what did you used to do as a
that's
me?
the most embarrassing thing I used to do on social media.
I'd have to look at my Facebook. I'd have to look through my Facebook.
I used to post a lot of my like nails, but like not just on my story. Like I would post like a whole photo. Like I'd post like a coffee as a photo. Like really Tumblr-esque. But that was pretty embarrassing.
Social media is funny. Like,
guys made me want
When I guess before I was sober, I like thought people understood me more through social media without knowing me.
Yeah.
But then once I got sober, I was like, well, social media is kind of just a total joke. Like, why? That's why I started just doing the most ridiculous captions ever. Because like, I either do ridiculous or I'll do like a little
Sentimental,
paragraph, like a
yeah.
little update of like, because
Life.
I talk about my shoulder and stuff a couple times, but mostly it's just a joke.
I would say most of the time, yes. Like, well, I've learned from like, yeah, social media is not that serious, but like, I don't know, people do take it seriously. I don't know.
All right, look at this picture I posted of myself.
Oh my God, what a
see.
baby! And did you is your caption yo?
Yeah, my caption's yo.
But that's not embarrassing. That's adorable. He's adorable.
His next one is
The dentist, right?
probably.
The dentist.
next
Like I used to
post.
say that stuff too. School. Like that would be my pose. I'm like, what? Calm down.
Wow, Zane.
I used to go off. I'd have a
This
lot
ain't
of.
right. It's not okay because like
Let me see.
this
I
guy.
see
By
too.
the time social media came out, I was
Do you
old.
see how Ben just takes over?
By the time social media came out, I was old. I was in my 20s.
Oh wow, look
No,
at that one.
you
Look how,
weren't.
Yes,
look
I
how little
was.
we both look.
Who's that?
It's this kid Ryan Sarkos.
Oh my God.
Jordan.
No, Ben. We grew up.
Jordan.
MySpace.
Instagram came out in
Facebook.
2012.
I got my Instagram in 2012.
That means I was 32 years old. I mean, 22 years old. 22 years old.
Let me see.
No.
But you're just like, what? You're just shocked how young I was in those?
Yeah, you're like 11 years old.
I was high school.
Posting on Facebook.
That was high school.
wasn't high school.
That
No,
was
it came
high
out
I
in
was fourth grade.
Ben. It came out in 2010.
That was high school.
Yeah, I was 20.
That was when I was a sophomore.
wasn't.
Nah, freshman, 13, maybe 14 years old.
And sorry, Jordan, I didn't use Facebook like Instagram.
No.
I
didn't.
never updated my Facebook. I would just post Nub TV stuff.
My first Instagram post ever was 2013.
Me.
Wow.
So
Anyway, wish we would have vibed, but we made it through the podcast.
Oh, we forgot the vibe. That's right.
Being around you guys is a vibe. I'm going to just say that. I know when a podcast is getting to the end because both of my coworkers get on their cell phones.
no. I was just looking.
Sorry.
Um,
Sorry, dude.
I know. But it's like fine. I think all the other people that podcast, like
It's
except
fine.
they definitely like
They
take
accept
minutes.
each other for who they are.
Because the one podcast I was watching, they didn't, this one episode, they didn't cut like the dead space, and they were like Googling stuff, and they were just sitting there like,
Yeah.
like I think it's normal.
But that was that, and this is this.
But yeah, let's make it short because
Little bit
this
of
has to
this,
come
a
out
little bit of
before
that.
you leave, or if you want me to edit it. But I don't know how.
You're going to edit this one.
On what computer? You have to put on this computer. My computer can't handle it. What do you
guys
mean?
use
No,
this
that is
computer?
that,
No.
and this is this.
And I have another light.
All right, I want to go hang out with Denny.
All right. Okay, now he's cutting it short. Well, thank you. Subscribe, comment, like this.
Apply
post.
for our regional membership at fullynukingpodcast.com/regional memberships, Atlantic County, New Jersey. And you can.
Ben, stop lying to the people. All right. Thanks, Mackie.
Catch us on OnlyFans.
Oh, ma'am. That now is there something that he needs to tell us? Wait, we should do a post like a clip of our faces.